does contain life inside of it. Whoa, heard that one? Electronic diseases, the real menacing thing, again, about the wind towers that they're putting up, 320 of them across the United States. We got one killing. Then you talk about black holes. Talk about the inner earth, if you would, if you wanted to go there, and also the secrets of the brain and its usage. And I heard again Dr. Gould mentioning that. Again, however, as you begin to work from the what they would call amygdala, the click. You're hearing a lot about amygdala clicking forward. But what they don't tell you is that what they're teaching you is to use your reptile brain. And of course, if you have melanin and you do any kind of drugs, forget it, because you're not going to be able to function correctly, because melanin hates drugs. But when you don't do that, and you can get with the natural enzymes, and again, the monatomic gold at 121 megahertz, you can do psychic things, you can communicate at night when you come out of your body, but you forget it and think it was a dream. You can do a lot of things that you used to be feared for and respected for, because living or dead, asleep or awake, you are a threat and a danger to the soulless ones who are grounded to the earth itself or confined to the inner earth where they came from. But in not understanding who you are, thinking that you all came from Africa, and you did not. Many of you were right on this continent, on other continents. That's what the Moors try to say. And what do? They vanquish them. Empress Vertice, when I tried to speak to her, she asked me to be part of her staff. I would not do that. You cannot take money from them. And you cannot take any laws from them, because the laws are broken, and they print the money. But they'll buy your soul if you don't watch out. Dr. Malachi Z. York had a compound. You now know where he is. You cannot come together in a man's land who respects only might and the power of money. You have no standing army. You have no printed money. You use currency. You're a good consumer, but otherwise not. But your threat and your blessing is your brain and your spiritual soul. You're beginning to understand that now. You're finding again that the sun has reversed polarity. It did so in 1959. Dr. Marceau Schoen, University of Chicago, so approved. Went to the University of Colorado, and they've been fearful ever since. The biggest telescope in the Western Hemisphere is owned by the Vatican. And you think they don't know what's going on? They do. What is happening here now is that the sun is sending out coronal mass ejections. It does so each and every day now. They have what they call X-class flares. X-class flares are beyond calculation. There is X because they have no way of calculating the energy density emitted from the sun now. They call it solar prominences. They also now know again that they have seen all kind of spots on the sun. The spots, so-called, are ships and asteroids that are circling the sun, and a few of them come through the solar system, stop, reverse, and go back out. They tell you that there are meteors and comets coming through here. The comet Kohoutek back in 1978 came to the sun, reversed its field, was not burned up by the sun's rays, went through the solar system and kept on going. When have you ever heard of a comet stopping, reversing its field, and taking its trajectory through the solar system, passing all 12 of the planets here? Did I say 12? Oh, I must not understand what 9 means, huh? And keeping on its own way. Everything that they're teaching you now is to hold you down. They teach you nothing of value except to be valueless for what they teach you and go out and start really doing your own studies after you get the piece of paper in order to allow you to make money, and that's what they do. They control everything on this planet, but not for much longer.
That's right.
As we look forward to a number of things that are happening, and as I say, I really don't know where to begin, because any of those subjects would take the next 2 hours, which I do not have and you do not have, not at this time. I will say I do have tapes. I have over 135 tapes. There are many people who steal my tapes across the United States and in England and in even parts of Africa. Doesn't matter as long as the information gets out, because I was the first with most of it. To allow, thank you. To the blessings of the Creator, who I was born as a psychic. My grandmother was a conjure woman. My father's from Jamaica. And the whole point is, again, that I'm trying to embellish on what the Creator has given me. And with that, you have